All Eyes on Me. What was the reaction when that dropped? Like around Death Row, what was the reaction?
Okay, you gotta understand this. I heard the album every day. Every day I heard this album being mixed. Something about the album I heard. So I had no idea outside of our circle, the way we moved. We moved in the circle. We did not move outside that circle. You're supposed to stay in that circle. You move outside that circle, you might get fucked up by somebody else or something, whatever the situation was. So it was just studio, 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 studio. Actually, when we had the at the Soul Train Awards, after Soul Train Awards after party, we had a 3 million album selling of All Eyes on Me. We had a party for that at a museum for airplanes or something like that. It was a big museum. That's when I realized how big this album had became. Like I snuck out our camp one time. We heard like California Love, and we was watching. We went to some chicken place to get some food or something, and we just watched the reaction of people when California Love showed up on the screen. And everybody's watching the video, and they was amazed. Like when we was looking, it's like, damn, this shit is kind of big, huh? You know, but we still didn't get it. But at that party for the 3 million, remember it went on to sell way more than 3 million. It was at 3 million at that time for the Soul Train Awards. Everybody was at the party. The party was so big. I remember being there. Of course, I'm with Death Row. I can get in. I knew everybody at the doors and everything. I remember letting celebrities in, like big name celebrities that I used to look up to, and I'm like, hey, I don't know who that is. Man, open the door, let them in. I'm letting celebrities in, like big name celebrities in. So I'm like, oh, this shit is big. You know what I'm saying? That's when I realized how big All Eyes on Me had became. But being in the middle of it, you would have never knew.
The Soul Train incident between Tupac, Suge, Puff Daddy, and Biggie. Give me a detailed account of everything that happened.
Okay, going to that situation, we was so deep, it didn't make any sense. That was the deepest I probably ever seen Death Row. And it was so quick because it was almost like a setup. Like, how can you be led this way and at the same time, Biggie and them are pulling up to be let in the same situation? Pac see them, it's kind of like the Vegas. It's Pac see them take off, da-da-da. You see people running, Puffy, them gone. And it was like guns drawn. And it was over before it was anything, but it was just the meeting of the heads, you know what I mean? It was like, this is where it really should have went down, but didn't go down because everybody got involved. But that was the closest it came to actually anything going down between Death Row and Bad Boy. But it was like the people got involved with, like, you know, you had the Southside Crips, you had All of Us, you had security, you had Soul Train security. So nothing actually went down. But that was similar to the whole Vegas situation.
Puff Daddy ran?
Oh yeah, he got the hell out of there.
What'd he do?
He was hopping cars. You know, you just seen Puff go to get away. Biggie didn't run nowhere.
Biggie just stood right there.
He held his ground, like, cause he was looking at like this is the first time seeing Pac since they was cool. You know what I'm saying? He ain't seen Pac since none of the drama. So this is his first time actually getting a chance to size the situation up. Like, it's this dude for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? And Pac was coming like, man, I'm gonna tell you right now, this is real. Like, I really got a problem with you.
So Biggie stood right there. Puff Daddy ran. He was jumping on cars and shit.
He was gone.
And Tupac, what was Tupac saying exactly to Biggie?
Bad boy killers and just a whole bunch of, you know, anything that can disrupt their thought. Like, to let them know, like, I'm really coming at you dudes. Like, and I got this behind me. I got this whole army behind me.
And what was Suge Knight doing?
He wasn't doing nothing. He wasn't doing nothing. He was just observing the situation, like, Pac took off. But Suge was probably more or less assessing the situation. Like, Suge's smart, you know what I'm saying? He's not gonna take off like that.
And Puff Daddy and Biggie was getting protection from the Southside Crips too.
Yeah,
right?
they had Southside Crips. It was guns drawn. I later come to find out who those people were. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, we'll definitely get into that. So Suge Knight. Did you see any incidents where Suge Knight had to put hands on anybody?
The thing with Suge, let me tell you, when I was getting into my situation where I started feeling the power, and I started wanting to get rah-rah with people, you know what I'm saying? I started wanting to lay hands on people and felt like I had the power to make things happen to certain people if I didn't like the situation. Suge came to me personally and told me, look, we got stunt dummies. And I was like, what the fuck is stunt dummies? He was like, stunt dummies. These are people that we got in place to do that kind of shit. Then I thought about that commercial. You remember that commercial with the stunt dummies, where they use the stunt dummies to, crash cars and show you how the person, what happens to the person?
Right.
So I instantly connected, like, stunt dummies, okay. So he was like, man, you're a producer. So you fight somebody and break your hand. What good are you to me? Why am I paying you? You can't do shit. Let the stunt dummies do that shit. They're indispensable. That's what their job is, to do that. And if something happens to them, so what? We got somebody else to take their place. So Suge really didn't like do too much hands-on. It's incidents where it's like Suge just fucked somebody up. And then you go in the room and there's blood everywhere. And it's like, that shit is not gonna be a show for everybody. You understand what I'm saying? Like, the big incidents that are famous that everybody hear about, those incidents are like, to me, they were show to like make an example for everybody so that he don't have to do shit. Those little personal incidents that went down, those were personal between Suge and the collective, 4 or 5. Neckbone, Hairline, Buntree, Rock. But he kept himself out of those situations in the public eye with the masses.
So the incident where Suge Knight beat up a dude that was auditioning for him, like he was trying to rap or whatever. Tell me about that.
Okay. Let me back up here. I forgot about that incident.
Yeah.
That incident was funny because, again, me talking about clicks and how if you come to the studio, you better be with somebody. I guarantee you this dude probably was with somebody. They just did not acknowledge him when they saw how it was possibly going to go. Because we was having a meeting, and I'm gonna tell you what this meeting was about. This meeting was about producers and writers. Suge called the meeting, was like, okay, what have you done lately? And what have you done lately? And what have you done lately? What have you done lately? I always made sure that I had done something that somebody likes. You know what I'm saying? I was always cool with Suge's homeboy, so if I made something that somebody liked, that I felt was good, I would make sure at least Suge homeboys know about it, because they can always go back and tell him, hey, he came with some heat. So I was never in those situations. Other people didn't understand that. I've always had my line was straight to Suge, like I said. Other people, when they came to this meeting, like I said, it was about other producers and if they had a hit or not. So it was like, you either have a hit or you're gonna get hit. You better be able to play something for me right now or you're gonna get hit. So while the hit or gonna get hit is going on, there's this dude walking around in K&M from lunchroom to whatever. And Suge steady watching him like, okay, who is this dude? Anybody know this dude right here? And everybody like, nope, I don't know him. And he was damn sure, like right by the door, and then Suge was like, let him in. So Suge let him in, and he was like, so what's up? What are you doing here? He's like, I'm a rapper. He said, so what you want? He said, I want a record deal. He said, oh, you hot? He said, yeah, I'm hot. He said, okay. are you hot enough to depend for your life to depend on it? He's like, yeah. Okay, Suge was like, he didn't know he was in a hit or gonna get hit. You know what I'm saying? You better have a hit or you're gonna get hit. Man, I can't. This dude laid out like a line. He didn't even get to the rhyme. You know what I'm saying? He laid out one line, and it was like Suge hit him, and then once Suge hit, oh, that means everybody got to go. Everybody got to get their brownie points. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me show Suge how my hands are. You know what I'm saying? He got the worst of the worst I've ever seen anybody get it. All over. He didn't get the chance to his rhyme word yet. If he went into with lead and his next word was bed, he never made it to bed. He made it to one sentence before he got laid out. And I think he got a t-shirt.
They gave him a t-shirt after they beat him up?
Yeah. You good. Get up. Get up. Dust you off. Oh, you all right. Hey, here's a Death Row t-shirt. Come back next week. You know what I'm saying? Let's hear what you got.